Welcome to Center Hice Productions, the Steel Curtain episode. I believe it's episode 11. Okay, this is the week 7, I believe, after the bye week, and we had the Steelers going to the LA Rams. And the final score of this game was 24-17 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This was quite a game. Please hit the likes, subscribe in the left right hand corner. I'd muchly appreciate your support and your assistance to grow the channel. So, again, back to the game. For Sunday afternoon, the Steelers managed to pull off a comeback victory. Started off with the Steelers getting field goals with Boswell doing his thing as per usual. That was how the game started. Anyway, we're going to go through the stats. For total yards, 300 for the Steelers. The Rams had 354. Passing yards, 214 to 219 for the Rams. Rushing yards, 86 to 135 for the Rams. Total plays, 56, 62 for the Rams. Average yardage gains, 5.4 for the Steelers, 5.7 for the Rams. First down, 17 for the Steelers, 19 for the Rams. Third down efficiency, not so good for the Steelers, 33, 56 for the Rams. Penalties, 8 for the Steelers, 5 for the Rams. Penalty yards, 76 for the Steelers, 40 for the Rams. Turnovers, the Steelers didn't turn the ball over. The Rams turned it over once. Tackles, Steelers led in this category, 37 to 31. Sacks, 2 apiece. Sack yards lost, the Steelers lost 16. The Rams lost 12. Time of possession, 28.14 and 31.4 for the Rams. So the scoring starts off in the first quarter. Actually, it was the second quarter when Boswell got the lead for the Steelers. Very short, lived at 14:51, and then Matt Maher gets a 41 yard after Chris Boswell's 53-yard field goal, so it was tied at 3. Then a nice bomb thrown by Matthew Stafford to Tutu Atwell, 31-yard pass that put the Rams up ahead of us 10-3. And then, of course, the extra point the Rams missed on. Then we go into the third quarter, and this is where the game starts to finally turn in our favor. Kenny Pickett gets a run in, and I believe this was after the interception of TJ Watt, and getting it down to the 1 yard line. Kenny Pickett runs it in, and of course Boswell gets the extra point. So then it's 10-9. It was 9-3, sorry, for the Rams after the first half. So then we're up by a point. Then, of course, Darrell Henderson gets a 1 yard run after many passes down the field. 2-point conversion pass to Cooper from Stafford. So they had the lead at this point. We managed to come back. That brought them up to 17. And we managed to come back 13:49 in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Warren with a nice 13-yard run. And this Warren kid, I am really liking him a whole lot as running back. He's just so fast. He finds the holes so easily. And it's nice to see because what won this game for us was the running game, believe it or not. And then we also came back with another one after we completed our possessions on the field, and Najee Harris takes a 3-yard run in, which showed a very commanding run from him as well. Chris Boswell again always seems to come through with his extra points. That put us ahead 24-17. Great victory comeback for the Steelers. My problem is the third down conversions are just not there. Um, so Kenny Pickett had, oh, back that up. It just didn't surmount to what they have to get the third down efficiency down because they're not coming through. And we're lucky to win this game. It seemed like our defense really put the heat on Stafford, and I think that was the difference. Uh, basically, just a good showing from our defense that kind of held on and kept things rolling for us. So, an impressive comeback, and we got to be pretty proud of that. I cannot. I don't know how to take this Steelers team, to be quite frank with you. I will not get gung ho. Glad to see them come back and win this. Good. This is a good comeback. However, again, if we don't start getting better play with our third downs, it's our third downs can't stay at 33%. It just can't stay that way. We have to start capitalizing and getting that ball rolling, and that just to me shows that Matt Canada, there's too much problem with Guy. I'm sorry, just because we come through in the fourth quarter, a lot of that's defense. Getting a turnover, changing the outcome of the game. I mean, T.J. Watt always seems to come through. Hege Big made a nice There's a lot of good sacks that happen in this game that the Steelers always seem to come through on. But if we don't get our act together, um, and that to me is play calling. I just think that the talent that we have, Johnson had it. There was a nice bomb from Kenny Pickett. I believe Johnson had a 40 some odd yard pass completion from Pickett, and that was great that he stretched it out that long. And nice to see Johnson catch a ball because the hype is that he's our first receiver. I'm not behind him. I haven't been because he hasn't shown his stuff since. To me, he hasn't shown enough in the last few years. Consistency, you put pressure on him. I find he starts dropping the ball. I think he's a little paranoid of getting hit. So this was a good for his first week back from injury. This was good. Great play there. Again, once the running game, this has been huge, and yet they outplayed us much of the in many departments here. Um, you know, uh, we had Pickett had 25 attempts and he got 17 completions, which is not bad. It's just that's got to be upped. Rushing, Harris had 53 yards. Warren had 32, which is usually this was a turnaround a little bit. And Pickett, yeah. So that's the receiving yards were Pickens. They did quite well in the receiving yards. Johnson, Harris, and they looked all right. So really our defense held its ground. No doubt, they were coming in on us. They got plenty of heat on Pickett as well. So this was a good session and this is why I say, to me, our O line is nowhere near completely fixed. They're still finding holes. The opposition is finding holes. So that tells me, and that's why I say, great that we had the one draft pick this year. That was a great move to get us started. We got to continue working on that O line. There's no end to some buts. We still got to improve it. So to me, you go out and get your first round pick, and you go get another body for that O line because we still need work there. Then you might want to start, second and third picks, that type of thing. Start working on the middle linebackers a bit. and go from there and hit our biggest weaknesses. But overall, good game. This is a good showing to show that they had some fight in them. They kept up the fight. They kept with the game because it seems like we're always behind after the first half. So it's good that we're showing that we got the capability of coming back. Now we have the Jaguars next weekend. That concerns me. I'll be concerned about most games now because I can't get a pulse on this Steelers team. Um, it's really hard to figure out what they're going to be about. So, with that being said, another victory. This is great. It's keeping us as one of the front runners in the AFC North for now. I wouldn't count on that holding because teams are starting to heat up in the AFC. I mean, Ravens are hot as heck. Browns are hot as heck. I expect them to be the front runners, the two of them. And then I expect it to be between the Steelers and the Bengals. And the Bengals seem to be starting to heat up too. But it's going to be a difficult division. But hey, they're taking advantage of their opportunities, and that's what you got to do. But this is a clear message to me. The signal is there. Matt Canada is not got the pulse. His play cards of setting up different systems and coming up with different plays is very limited. It's just not at the NFL level in my books, and I think we got to make a change there. Whether we finish the season with him, seems like that's what we want to do. Not myself, but the Steelers organization. I think at the end of it, they're going to want to switch him up, and it'll be time because he's just not coming up with enough there, and we cannot keep going at the percentage of third down conversions, capitalizing on it. You're not going to continue to win football games. To me, that's going to come back to haunt us. But a good victory by the Steelers. Proud of them. Again, I can't be hyped because I don't know. This team is so fickle right now that from one week to the next, you don't know what to expect. They seem to games they should win, or be in a close game they're not, and then games they should be losing they're winning. So I can't get a pulse of this team, and we'll stick with it. They got a different mix on the field. That's evident, but we got some victories. That's great to see. So the steel curtain seemed to come through for us. Starting to look a little more like it, but got a long ways to go to get a defense that strong again. But it seemed to be the persistence of our defense seemed to operate like the steel curtain, and that makes all the difference in the world. Defense wins games, and so T.J. Watt leads the troops, and they always get them turned around. So a good effort by the whole each three segments of the field. And you can always count on Boswell. Boswell, he's always comes through. So with that being said, the steel curtain closes here, and we hope to we'll catch you after in the next review against the Jaguars. I don't like us against the Jaguars. We don't seem to do well against them. I expect a loss. That's my theory. They just seem to have our number. So we'll see. Maybe this is a change in the events. We'll see. Anyway, please hit the likes and the subscribes down below. Tell your friends and family. And go Steelers Nation, go. Very proud of the boys for doing what they did. At least they're making it competitive. Here being at week 7, we're getting close to the halfway point now. This is going to start. All these victories count. So thanks for watching, and until the next episode, we will catch you after the Jaguars game and review that game. Take care, and God bless.